Good morning, Nick Woos.
Hi.
How are you?
I like this. Like instead of like the crazy car energy, morning car, we start really calm, like NPR or something.
Yeah, I just, I feel like we're on episode 121 right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, I'm just feeling kind of chill. Just kind of,
good.
We've been a weekly podcast for a while now, and I'm feeling good about it. And it's just making me feel calm and relaxed. I've got my nice little water here.
Yeah, maybe seeing you more often doesn't bring like the morning zoo energy,
That's
I
right.
just seeing you enough now that it's like I'm not so overly excited that
You just want to like jump out of your skin because you're like, oh my God, it's Jason! Look at that!
He's here!
Holy shit! He's here at a prearranged time.
Yeah. I've had it on my calendar for weeks.
Yeah.
But it has felt nice to have the frequency that we've been having, and I feel like that's easier on us too. We're not doing these really long episodes.
Yeah, it's been easier all the way around, I think.
Yeah,
and I've been seeing you a little bit in person too, just a little bit.
Yep. Last week we saw each other. That was nice.
Yep. But yeah, it's
a comedy show.
Yeah, brouhaha. But it's been nice. I feel like the episodes have been a little bit more manageable because they're a little bit shorter. Mm-hmm. It's funny, no one has mentioned one damn thing about us not having video anymore. Doesn't seem like nobody said anything either way.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, that guy in Vietnam, our fans in Vietnam.
I know.
Maybe that's how they were watching it. But
maybe.
You saw that it was on Spotify, though, right? Is that where you got that data?
It's just the host. It doesn't say where it's from. Actually,
okay,
it would. I just didn't dig into it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's all... Well, actually... No, it doesn't matter. But nobody seems to care. So
nobody cares.
Yep.
Nobody.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah,
I don't need anybody looking at my ugly mug anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, we are here today to talk a little bit about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think it's relevant because Iron Maiden just got inducted.
Yes. So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is something that I've just kind of paid attention to in a cursory way.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Don't respect it that much. Yeah, it's kind of silly.
Like
in some ways,
But what I'm curious about. So before I got involved with the Grammys, I had all these ideas about what the Grammys were and are.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
and so I'm curious. I'm wondering like what the actual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like entails. Like, how do you get in? Who votes for you? Like, what does that mean exactly? Like, my assumption with the Grammys was completely off base to what it actually is.
Yeah, and I wonder if there's, in a similar way as the Grammys, there's some work being done around rock and roll and promotion and all these things that are probably not even on our radar.
And that could be true. I mean, the Grammys, that's the Academy.
Stuff you're doing.
The Grammy stuff is just a footnote to the health care that they get for musicians and stuff like that. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm curious. I didn't do any research on this, but
I can't answer that for you.
Yeah, it would be nice to know if there's more to it than just the Hall of Fame.
I do think that industry insiders, whatever the fuck that means, are in charge of voting, and they have a fan vote, which gets a lot of publicity, and that fan vote only counts as one vote or something. There's some weird thing where they have you could vote for your favorite band 1,000 times, but in the end, fan voting is just one vote, the same as Bob Dylan's vote would be, or whatever, whoever's voting. Yeah,
that seems weird.
It's really weird. Yeah.
So if you had like 5 million people like vote in for like Hootie and the Blowfish, that would count as one vote.
That's right, and that's kind of what happens. It becomes a popularity thing. Like, who can promote it the most? They usually, that's what ends up happening.
But I'm interested. Like, how do you get nominated? Like, how does that process work? And then how do you get voted in?
Yeah, what are the requirements to get voted in? I'm not sure. I guess you have to have been a band for a certain number of years and stuff like this,
Maybe like a certain amount of, years, or like recorded output or record sales, maybe like...
Record sales. What does record sales even mean now, though? So what's going to happen in the future with, what is even rock and roll now from like, who are the bands that from 2026 that are going to be inducted,
Well, and that's a great question, because I think, as we were talking about this off the air a little bit, but you said that, Maiden just got inducted or about to get inducted.
They just got, they will be inducted in November or something, but they got in.
But then you're also saying that it seems like part of the weirdness about this is that they're inducting artists that people wouldn't necessarily consider rock and roll. So is this just
Missy Elliott is in, and no offense, Missy Elliott or Lauryn Hill, who was on the bill this year. Fucking talented people.
Oh, they're great.
No doubt about it. But I don't know if it's rock and roll. You know,
I love
what are
both
the rules
of them.
here?
So is that? So it's just like a blanket term that's maybe outdated. But then what do they do? Is change it to the Music Hall of Fame, or do they make offshoots? Have a hip hop one?
I'll bet you. Yep. I'll bet you it will change in some way, because I don't know if anybody can name any rock and roll bands that are out there right now. Maybe, that fucking French Canadian band that's all over the internet.
Engine de Portrine?
Yeah. They're going to make it. They'll make it in 20 years.
Yeah, they're so weird. Well, I mean, they're huge though now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What do you think it was that, sorry, that was total off topic. What do you think it was that like kind of set that off and some kind of
I have ideas.
Internet. You do?
Yeah, I'm really glad you asked me this,
strange.
actually. I have ideas. So musically, they're not radically different than moments of like King Gizzard. And I feel like King Gizzard came in and kind of quote unquote introduced this microtonal like rock and roll to people, even though bands like Stratosphere and Secret Chiefs 3 and Mr. Bungle have been doing that stuff for years. Much more mainstream. But King Gizzard was still a lot of long form songs, a lot of genre hopping.
Yes.
And I feel like Engine de Portrine, they came in at this specific moment where people were getting, I think people are so sick of like all these AI generated images. This was like something that was so visually striking and so visually simple in a way, but like kind of
so
obnoxious.
Obviously human as well.
Okay, that's the perfect term. Yeah. Obviously human.
Yeah.
And so they stood out, but they simplified the King Gizzard formula. It's just the microtonal rock and roll, but it's got like almost like an old school punk feel to it, like a No Means No feel sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
And
it's fascinating with the videos too. Maybe it had some kind of visual aesthetic. Obviously it did with their costumes, but the way that guy's handling his feet with the pedals, it's pretty incredible. Well, like he has a grasp on these pedals.
Literally. And like his feet are painted too, and it's like all the different like polka dot patterns. It's like really over the top. Unfortunately, I don't think they would be as popular if it wasn't for the image aspect.
Sure. Helps,
But
isn't that all popular music right now? That has an aspect
I think
of it.
So. I think it's unfortunate.
Not just based on music.
I'd like to see him without the costumes and just do it.
Yeah.
But I think it was those KEXP videos where they're playing live there. I think it just blew them up.
Yep. They did have a band previous to this without makeup and everything. I saw videos of that. Yeah.
Oh, you did? I didn't see it.
Yeah. He was doing the pedals with his bare feet, same kind of thing, but it was like he didn't have makeup on and shit. It was a different name of the band too. So they rebranded.
What I read is that they had 2 projects and they accidentally booked both projects on the same day or something. And then it was like some kind of like conflict, or I'm probably telling the story a little bit wrong, but like last minute, they're like, okay, we have to come up with a new band name and like some way to like hide who we are. And so then they did that. And then of course that one just blew up.
And that was for the KEXP thing?
No, that was before that.
Yeah. The tour sold out immediately.
Oh, I tried to get tickets. I couldn't. I tried it. I logged in and they were like sold out immediately. But
and that was at the Aladdin?
At the Aladdin. I mean, it's kind of a small place for them.
Yeah, they should have done that bigger, I guess.
They just probably didn't have any idea how.
No.
Well, I mean, Food introduced me to them when we were setting up the interview with Food. He was the first one that like showed them to me. And he said that he been trying to get their vinyl for months, and it's just sold out everywhere all the time.
Trippy. And I've seen people modifying their guitars now to make them microtonal.
Like with the zip ties and shit. It's really cool.
Yeah, zip ties.
I thought about doing it on one of my basses. I'm like, I'd take my like P bass or something, throw some zip ties.
But you
on
have
there.
a fretless bass too. It's basically, if you hit the note right, you could get it.
That's true.
Yeah,
sound a little bit different, but that's an obvious choice.
Anyway, maybe 20 years from now, that fucking band will be inducted because there's no rock and roll right now.
Dude, maybe 10 years from now. But that's actually not to get like all weirdly like metaphysical and existential, but like really, what is rock and roll in 2026?
Yep, that's why I think it'll change. It will be renamed. It will have to be renamed, or maybe they'll have an offshoot of a Music Hall of Fame or something at some point.
But yeah, like what's a current rock and roll band that's not like punk or metal or emo or
that's in the mainstream? I don't know. I don't think that
country
exists.
I feel like
maybe country is rock and roll now. Yeah.
But like, I don't think there's any like, when I think of rock and roll, I think of like Tom Petty or like Bryan Adams. Is there any just like standard,
Bryan Adams.
Yeah, just like good old rock and roll. Bruce Springsteen. Like, is there any bands like that currently that aren't like Americana or aren't like country rock or something?
Let's just look here at the Billboard Top 100. Number 1 is Ella Lang. I haven't heard of any of these people. Ella Langley. Number 2 is Olivia Rodrigo. Number 3 is Olivia Dean. So these are all solo pop artists.
Yeah. Yep.
Bruno Mars.
Yep.
I think you got to go. Tame Impala. So maybe.
Okay, maybe Tame Impala.
Maybe Tame Impala is like a band that's still playing with a band and all this shit, you know? But yeah, Taylor Swift. Luke Combs. I think he's a country guy.
He's country, yeah.
So maybe that's what we're going to talk about here, is that it morphs into something new, something different.
So, but like, like, where do you draw the line there? Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're like country,
for
like
me,
Luke
it's like it
Combs.
needs to be have a guitar, and drums,
for sure.
I guess guitar and drums.
But I think, but I mean, I don't know. Like, that could be like black metal too, and I wouldn't call that rock and roll.
Well, it's closer to rock and roll than fucking Missy Elliott or something. No offense to her, but she's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
But like,
so
I don't see Dark Throne getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, that would be cool.
What's the heaviest metal? I don't think Sabbath's in there. Iron Maiden, I guess now. But
I would imagine Metallica's in there.
Yeah, Metallica's in it.
Yeah.
Metallica got there before Sabbath and Iron Maiden.
Probably because they were just more, I don't want to say popular, but like maybe more in the public eye at the time or something.
Yeah, selling these huge arenas and maybe playing music still at huge arenas. So is Maiden. But yeah, Maiden's always been kind of,
they've been
no
on
videos, no stuff like that.
Yeah, they've been kind of on the side in a weird way. Yeah. So what, I mean, what do they... That's the problem with these awards things, though, is like the genre thing is always difficult, right? It's like when Jethro Tull won Best Metal Record in like the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
The Grammy or whatever, it's always...
Yeah.
And, being the small part of the Grammys that I am, I've asked people about that, and a lot of it is ignorance and a lot of it is not really knowing, but a lot of it is just like the pure logistics of it. Like they can't have a category for every single little tiny niche. Of course there's going to be like glaring issues like the Jethro Tull thing, but like there's like a what do you call it, a category for ambient and chant music.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah. And it's cool. It's
cool.
like Toby Driver's been nominated in there, but it's also they're up against like chant music, which is like, you can kind of see why it would be together sort of, but it's like, then it's like different, like completely different scenes competing. And
so when you come to micro genres like this, it's difficult to do it because you want to honor, people that are putting out good music in different genres, but it gets very specific at this point, and it's going to be hard to have one that's suitable for Toby Driver and then the chant music.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
or like,
that's so weird.
Like Youngblood, like, he's not metal. Wouldn't he be like rock and roll? It's, I mean, I don't mean this to sound rude or mean, but like, you can just look at him and know what it sounds like. It's like, it's not metal. It's hard rock, but it's pop. It's,
But to the voters of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or the Grammys, just like Jethro Tull, that's heavy to them. So maybe they're like, oh, it belongs in this category. These are people acting out of ignorance.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mostly.
Well, it's ignorance, and also just like a battle that can't be won properly. There's just no way to like do this efficiently, I don't think.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at the Grammys these days, like the metal category is Blood Incantation, Cannibal Corpse, Slayer,
awesome.
But then it's like Turnstile, which I listened to once and
I don't even know what
that
is.
It was horrible. I thought it was horrible.
Yeah.
But then stuff that's like, in my opinion, decidedly not metal.
Godsmack or some shit.
Like, I mean, I don't know. That's a whole nother episode, and I've whinged about this many times. But like, I don't think Mastodon is metal. I don't think Tool is metal. But I can see why that would be lumped in a little bit.
Yeah.
But when you see Blood Incantation up for a Grammy, with Cannibal Corpse,
wonder. Yeah,
like,
Megadeth it's happened to Megadeth.
Megadeth, Ozzy's always there.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's true.
So my point being is, I think it's probably a lot of the same issues with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like awards in general are kind of touchy, because you start to get in the nuance of the definitions of things, and that's when it gets tricky. And there's plenty of music purists that would disagree with a lot of the shit that's happening in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it makes you wonder who the voters are, really. And I don't know if that's disclosed or public information, but
maybe that's some homework for ourselves that we can look at and revisit.
Here's a list of the voters. Yeah.
Like
Bob Dylan, that's fine. He should be a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame voter.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know shit about fucking Iron Maiden. So
no.
These are the people that are voting, if they are. I'm not sure. But
so you're saying that you're making it sound like you think it's like a board of people that vote.
It is. I do
Okay.
believe there are people that get envelopes, or these days there's probably a digital thing. You gotta have a secret password to get in or whatever. But
that's how the Grammys work. But it's it's a huge part of it's a huge group of people. It's like thousands and thousands of people.
Thousands, yeah. I don't know. Let's Google that real quick. How many voters are there? And
I think it goes without saying, but awards for art are problematic to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
But we can whine about that for hours. But I think it's more interesting, just like the actual mechanics of it. And
yeah, there's been some cool moments. Here it says 1,000 individual people.
Okay.
Including performers, early influences, and non-performers. Not sure what that means. I've heard Howard Stern is a voter, so he in the non-performer, but he knows his rock and roll, so maybe that's a good example of a non-performer. But yeah, I suppose if you're in the Hall of Fame, you should be voting. Maybe I'm not sure how it works, but
can I apply? I got into the Grammys. Can I get into this?
I'll see why not. Yeah, of course you can.
I'm gonna kick Iron Maiden out of there.
Don't do it, bro. They deserve it. No, but they're not going to show up. Are
they protesting?
Immediately. No, not really. Kind of, but immediately they put out. So there's some subtext here, which is it's taken this long to get fucking Iron Maiden in there. That's so ridiculous.
Right.
And they know that too. Their fans have been barking about this shit for years. But that's not what they're saying when they're saying they're not showing up. They're saying the best way to serve their fans is by playing shows, and they had a show that night or whatever.
Oh, well, yeah.
They're not going to come.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not going to cancel a show just to go to the Rock and Roll.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's been some cool moments, we kind of see them maybe on our Instagram feeds or something over the years. I'm not really paying attention that much, but
no.
I have seen, Led Zeppelin get in what's the word? Inducted by Heart. They always have somebody introducing the band and paying homage to them. Like when Ozzy did it, I believe Slash played, and all these other guys played and stuff like that.
That's right.
But Heart did this Stairway to Heaven rendition, and it was cool seeing Robert Plant and John Paul Jones and Jimmy Page in the crowd, reacting as they were listening to it, and it was fucking awesome. It was really cool.
That's really cool.
There's been some cool little moments like that.
Are there any do you know if there's any extreme metal bands in there? I can't imagine that there would be.
No, I think the heaviest would be Sabbath or
Metallica or something.
Metallica must be the heaviest, yeah.
Probably not Slayer. They're probably not in there.
No Slayer, no Megadeth, nothing like that. It's going to be a long time before that happens.
But I imagine, fast forward 10 years, maybe Cannibal, stuff like that.
As they run out of bands to induct, that might start happening more.
And as these extreme genres are normalized, it's
maybe
20 years ago, Cannibal Corpse was fucking out of this world extreme, and now it's I see shirts everywhere.
That's true. That's true. And they're playing, headlining large shows and stuff. Yeah, that's true. The popularity of Amon Amarth, I saw this video of the other day. It still blows my mind how many people go see Amon Amarth, but he was just like Maiden would kind of battle with Eddie on stage. He was battling with Dragon.
Oh,
they
wow.
had this dragon, large head of a dragon that he was just kind of battling with a sword. It's pretty fucking cool, dude.
Wow.
So that's part of their stage show. I hadn't seen them, since the 90s probably. But
yeah, I mean, they're playing arenas and shit now for sure.
Isn't that crazy, dude? Yeah.
And they were just, I don't know why Amon Amarth out of all bands. I mean, they were just a small, Swedish band that were on...
Yep.
That one label.
And how that happened, I think video games, something changed. I don't know what it was, but somehow in the mid 2000s they got huge.
Yeah, they were on Pulverized. Their first EP was on Pulverized, the home of Seance and shit. Just small ass,
crazy
Swedish label.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I have never really listened to them, so I know.
So the 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. It's an interesting list.
Yeah.
Let's
read them
look
off.
here because I just had it. Sorry, it went away, so I'm gonna have to do it
Okay.
again here. But the inductees are Oasis, Iron Maiden,
Okay.
Phil Collins solo. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
in there for Genesis as well.
Yeah.
Billy Idol,
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Joy Division, New Order. That's a
Nice.
combined thing.
Yeah.
And here's some controversial ones. Wu-Tang Clan.
Well, shit. I love Wu-Tang.
Super great, of course, dude. Nobody's doubting that.
Yeah,
But
but rock and roll.
yeah, Sade.
Ooh. I mean, love Sade too, but
Yeah, sure, but not really.
Wow.
And Luther Vandross.
So, I guess you could. I mean, you could justify pretty much anything with like a standard rock and roll, configuration,
guess, yeah.
saying it's like, oh, it's blues based. It's it's this whatever.
Yeah, that's probably what they did with Luther Vandross and Sade, I guess. But Sade was more of like almost adult contemporary music or something.
Yeah. But they're also not going to have an adult contemporary music hall of fame.
No, and she's worthy, I suppose. But what about Wu-Tang Clan? There should be a hip hop.
Oh
hall
yeah,
of fame.
hell yeah, there should
Gotta
be. If
Maybe they should put it in Portland.
Well, you should talk to OG about it. Well, he has those. What do they call it? Every year he hosts those awards that he started.
He's in the Oregon Music Hall of Fame. That's a thing, right? Because I saw that he got inducted.
So is Agalock. Yeah.
Okay, you guys are too.
Yeah, but as far as I know, it's just like a little plaque in the Historical Society or something. I mean, it's really cool. I'm not downplaying it.
No, but that's awesome, dude. Jesus, I didn't remember that. I guess
John saw it like pre-breakup. I've never seen it, but it's right by the art museum there. That Historical Society or whatever.
And they just keep adding the names to it at the bottom, or
I don't know how it works, but I've just been told about it. But it's like Poison Idea and the Wipers and Agalock and DJ OG1,
nice.
I guess. But
is he in there? Good, he deserves it.
Yeah, but yeah, he does. He has some kind of like hip hop awards every year in Portland.
Oh, good. Well, at the Blazer games, he's always playing local hip hop guys, so he's trying to push them up.
Yeah. He always plays my buddy Mighty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No offense to Wu-Tang Clan. I think they're super talented and they deserve all the praise they get. But I don't know, man. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
There must be a hip hop Hall of Fame in Brooklyn. Fucking rock and roll Hall of Fame's in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Tell me why. I guess Rock and Roll City,
Tell me
radio,
why.
all these things.
Let's get into some Backstreet Boys here. Are they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame boy bands?
Oh God! Oh my God!
I mean, because that's like that would be a tough pill to swallow. But isn't it?
I hope not.
But you said Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
But that's like, I mean, that's kind of like, blue collar, working man.
Yeah.
You know, are there any like important rock and roll bands from Cleveland? I don't think so.
Not necessarily. I think it was just a rock and roll crowd town. Working class town. Like you say, I've always heard stories about Rush getting big there. Being on the
that's
radio,
what I was going to say. I think
stuff
that
like this.
That Working Man song or whatever was like
literally the Working Man song.
I mean, I think it was played in Cleveland, and that was like one of their big breaks on a radio station.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's right.
It's very much like a beer swilling, finger stick eating fucking Mistake by the Lake, right? Isn't that what they say? The Mistake by the Lake?
Mistake by the Lake, Cleveland?
Yeah. It's either Cleveland or Cincinnati. I get the two confused sometimes.
Did you ever see the Tenacious D movie?
No.
The Pick of Destiny?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I know about it.
They were told that there's a pick in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that's made out of the piece of the devil's horn.
Okay.
And that's how they needed to get super popular and to become the biggest band in the world. So the whole thing's about them breaking into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to steal it.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Wow. Made out of the devil's horn. Yeah, that's the whole movie.
Have you been to that museum, the Paul Allen Music Museum in Seattle?
Oh, the Music Experience?
Yeah.
I've actually never been there. I've wanted to, but I never have. I've heard a lot of mixed things. I've heard from some people it's pretty great, and other people say don't bother. So
yeah, I think they have like Hendrix guitars and stuff like that there.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be cool. I was just thinking about local, musical experiences like that. I know it would be fun, dude. If I was in Cleveland, I'd probably go to see this.
Oh, hell
place,
yeah.
But,
yeah.
But a lot of it feels like Hard Rock Cafe. You go to a Hard Rock Cafe and there's a fucking Megadeth guitar on the wall. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
So weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll feel like that a little bit, but maybe not. I don't know.
I would check it out.
No boy bands in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You got the Beach Boys and the Beatles.
Okay.
Are those boy bands? I don't know. This is like
I mean, I guess technically, but I think boy band kind of implies something different.
Yeah. Jackson 5 are in, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it say how many bands are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Oh, yeah. How many?
Let me guess. 600.
400.
Oh, okay.
400.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
What took so long for Phil to get in as a solo artist? I love Phil, man. Phil's great.
There's probably like a limit they can do each year too.
Yeah, there's a certain amount. That's true.
Yeah.
And I think Phil maybe was more, I don't know, he was popular in America, but maybe more British thing or something.
Maybe. I just feel like in the 80s he was huge.
Who do you think was the first Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee? You'll kick yourself as soon as I tell you, so it's possible for you to guess for sure.
Okay. The first
was not the Beatles.
Will it give it away if you tell me when the Hall of Fame started?
Yes, 1986.
86.
First year was 1986.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shit, I want to say like Duran Duran or Bruce Springsteen or something.
No, dude. Of course, they're going to honor the original rock and roll guys.
Oh,
first.
Elvis.
You know,
like Elvis. No,
not Elvis. He's in there, I'm sure, but it wasn't Elvis. Who did Elvis rip off all the fucking time?
Oh, Chuck Berry.
Yeah, Chuck Berry's number one.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow.
I think he was alive still at the time. Yeah, he was for sure.
Is Guar
That's
in
good.
there?
I don't think Guar's made it. They deserve to be drink.
Their acceptance speech would be great.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
No, they would have to have somebody induct them too. So maybe Lordy would induct them or something.
Oh my God, Lordy! I forgot about Lordy. Oh fuck.
That was their name, right?
Yeah.
They're from Sweden or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were in like the Eurovision competition.
Yeah, they were, and I remember when the end signed them, Andreas was like, "Oh no, like they're cool." I talked to them, and like they've never even heard of Guar, is what he told me.
That's such bullshit,
I was like, that's
dude.
there's no way. I mean,
There's no fucking way.
Any metal band has at least heard of Guar. I mean,
yeah,
like my coworkers have heard of Guar. I mean, it's like silly.
Imagine dressing like them. This is our idea. This is a brand new idea.
Just like,
I've never heard of Guar.
Weird monsters on stage, and we're playing like metal adjacent stuff. I've never heard of Guar.
I do tend to have good ideas sometimes, and then I realize they're taken. But this one you should research a little bit before investing a full career into.
Yeah, and they have like records out, and nobody's been like, "Oh, you ever heard of Guar?" Silly. It's just silly.
Okay, the originals were Chuck Berry, James Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Charles.
Okay.
Sam Cooke.
Yep.
Fats Domino.
Mm-hmm.
The Everly Brothers. That's it. First year.
Wow. Okay.
So those were all worthy, And then Buddy Holly came, Robert Johnson, Jerry Lee Lewis, Beatles, Press, Elvis, stuff like that.
Yeah. They got to cover the basics first.
Hopefully they did honor the actual originators of rock and roll instead of the ones that fucking aped that shit.
Oh yeah, like start with like Pet Shop Boys or something.
Or even Elvis, it would be a disrespect to those OG guys if Elvis came in before them.
That's true. Yeah.
As talented as Elvis was, no doubt, but he definitely ripped off a lot of black music. So.
I just think of, King of Rock and Roll. This makes me think of Elvis or Ozzy.
Have they called that Ozzy? He's the Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness. When I was like, I don't know, 10 or something like that, my parents and I were watching, it was like one of Elvis's movies or a live performance or something. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, who is this? And my mom said, it's the King of Rock and Roll. And I'm like, that's not Ozzy. And it was just, it was like pure, like I wasn't trying to be funny or anything. It was just purely my point of view.
That's awesome. Well, earlier you mentioned the Ramones being in. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. I was just going to bring that up. I don't know much about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I do know that the Ramones were inducted, and they were
see what year.
Inducted 2002.
Okay, nice. So pretty early. They were all still alive, basically.
I want to say somebody wasn't alive. I don't think Joey was alive at this point.
Oh, damn.
If I remember right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew about this because I think they play some of this the acceptance speech in the End of the Century documentary, which is a fantastic documentary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, great one.
And actually, I want to play some of this because Dee, who is one of my heroes, he says some really great stuff here.
And I'm looking here. They were inducted by Eddie Vedder, dude.
That's right, because Eddie Vedder was a huge fan of Ramones. Well,
and he's got like a mohawk almost in the picture I see here.
Yeah, I mean, I assume he's still a massive fan of Ramones.
And Johnny Ramone sent some funny shit too here. I see.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play this clip. It's like a 4-minute clip, but it is the acceptance speech. And so 2002 Ramones acceptance speech. Yeah, April 27th. Oh wait. Oh, never mind.
That's when it was uploaded.
Yep. Sorry. But yeah, they were inducted in 2002.
Yep.
So here we go.
I'd like to thank Seymour Stein for everything he's done for the Ramones for our whole career. Danny Fields, our first manager. Gary Kurfürst, who's managed us for the last 22 years. Eddie Vedder for this great intro. All my friends that are here tonight, my wife Linda, and Ramones fans who made this all worthwhile. God bless President Bush and God bless America.
Fucking crazy. He had to throw that in.
Hi,
yeah,
I'm
Joey
Tommy
must
Ramone.
be.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank some people also. Mr. Seymour Stein for believing in us. Sire Records A&R, Craig Leon for his vision. The management of our beloved Danny Fields and Linda Stein. And later Gary Kurfürst. Mr. Ira Herzog for his help in keeping us solvent. Tour support of the incredibly loyal Monty Melnick. The artistic talent of Arturo Vega. The sound reinforcement skills of John Markovich, Mr. Hilly Crystal, owner of CBGB's, for inviting us back and back and back. The studio talents of the great Tony Bon Jovi and Ed Stasium, Mr. Phil Spector for telling us we were the greatest band since the Rolling Stones, Daniel Ray for keeping the fire burning, and CJ Ramone for keeping the band young. I would also like to thank some of the people who inspired us, Iggy and the Stooges, the MC5, the New York Dolls, Lou Reed, and Andy Warhol, and also our contemporaries, Patti Smith, Television, Talking Heads, and Blondie for helping make a vital music scene. I feel very privileged and fortunate to have been involved with the incredible talent, wit, and intelligence of the Ramones. Believe it or not, we really loved each other, even when we weren't acting civil to each other. We were truly brothers. The honor of our induction to the Hall of Fame means a lot to us, but it really meant everything to Joey. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marky Ramone, and I want to also thank my influences, the early rockers like Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, Elvis Presley. I want to thank the people who influenced me from the British invasion, like the Beatles, Stones, the Kinks, the Dave Clark Five, Jerry and the Pacemakers, and also the Motown sound, the early bluesmen, and Isaac Hayes was great. And also Johnny Ramone asking me to join the Ramones in 1978, and especially Tommy Ramone, who started that drum style that I had to work very hard to duplicate. And thank you very much.
Here he comes.
Hi, I'm Dee Dee Ramone, and I'd like to congratulate myself and thank myself and give myself a big pat on the back. Thank you, Dee Dee. You're very wonderful. I love you. Thank you.
Hey, guys.
And Joey, and Charlotte, and Mickey.
They don't play him off like at the Grammys. That's a good thing. Yeah, Joey died in 2001, so a year before that, and Dee Dee died soon after this.
Yeah.
It was June of 2002.
Oh, Jesus. Really?
So that might have been like one of the last things he did.
Oh, and that was... does it say
I don't know
when,
what day.
Oh, man. But yeah, same year. Damn. Wow.
I think it was March. They got inducted. He died in June.
God damn.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
it's too bad that
50 years
Joey
old.
wasn't there, because Joey was like... He was the, like, kind of like what Tommy said, like, Joey was the one that would have like appreciated that the most.
Yeah, he probably felt, especially during the 90s, they didn't get the respect they deserved.
They never got. They never did.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, maybe today actually. Maybe today they kind of are, but
well, yeah, I'm sure they'd be proud to see their fucking shirts in H&M and all these things.
I think, yeah, I
Target
think,
and shit.
I think some of them for sure would. But yeah, I liked. I mean, I love everything that Dee Dee does, but I thought that was like a nice moment of levity, and it just kind of like it shows the joy, but also the absurdity of that moment.
Yes,
you know, he's
that's
definitely
right,
he's stoked. Obviously, he's stoked to be there,
yeah.
and he's happy to celebrate Ramones. But also, he's kind of
That's
like, yeah, you know, like I worked for this, and here I am, and whatever. This is kind of silly. Let's move on.
It might be the same kind of ego, or you know, the way he thinks about himself that led him to do the rap album as well.
Oh man,
It's just this sort of just like I can do anything. Anything I touch is fucking gold. You know, this kind of
Oh man, I mean but that's exactly it. And it's just like, you know, that could be a whole other episode. Is like when putting yourself out there goes too far. It's like,
or how far can you get with just confidence? You know, not that he wasn't talented too, but he had the confidence to like look you right in the eye and say like this, you know, fuck you, this is my shit, I'm the best. You know,
I'm a hip hopper now. Yeah. I'm Dee Dee King now. I cut my hair and I wear big jewelry.
That might not have been his idea, you know, like the Snoop Lion thing with Snoop Dogg. I don't know, you know, who came up with these ideas. Do you know anything about that as far as the DD one goes?
From what I've read, is it was his idea. He was sick of being a Ramone because Johnny ran that ship really tight. You know, like you couldn't change your hair. You had to dress like a Ramone all the time.
Yeah,
you couldn't leave the house without being a Ramone.
I see.
And Dee Dee was like, I'm my own man, and I'm like, and I write all of our best songs, and like, and I'm like, I'm just tired of like living under this thumb. Yeah. And so Dee Dee King was the reaction.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But I will defend that Snoop Lion record though. It's a great record.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't think that was his idea necessarily, but yeah, that was a great idea. I mean, that was a great concept album and it worked really well.
I mean, it's kind of amazing, but I think it's really, really well done. Super catchy. Yeah.
I enjoy it as well. The documentary highlighted quite a bit about Johnny's conservativeness and his grip on the family, the Ramones family, or whatever. And I imagine when he died, he died last, actually, right? Basically,
well, depending on who you consider.
Who you're thinking, but yeah. So I imagine there would have been a sigh of relief on the other guys if they had outlived him, but they didn't really. Those guys.
I mean, Marky's still around, but he wasn't.
That's true.
I mean, he's about as OG as you can get, but he wasn't like the first drummer.
He died in 2004. Johnny did. It's crazy how these guys just kind of died. 2001 for Joey, Dee Dee 2002, and then Johnny 2004. All young.
Yeah.
I mean, we're their age now.
Cancer, OD, and cancer. I believe
Johnny had cancer.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marky's still around. CJ's still around.
Yeah.
And
you saw CJ. We saw Marky.
Richie. Yep.
Oh, that was Marky, right? We saw that.
Yep.
We saw it at the
Crystal.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, Johnny always said, like, even in the 70s, he's like, I either want to be the best rock and roll band in the world or a baseball player, like pro baseball. And he's like, nothing else is acceptable.
Yeah.
And his goal was to play enough shows with Ramones over those decades to save $1 million, and then they'll stop the Ramones. And that's what he did. And then he died
Nice.
like pretty soon after.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yep.
Well, all this was talking about, this was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing was on my mind because of Iron Maiden, and it kind of brought my attention back to what the fuck is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, So
yeah.
it's good that we talked about this. I watched the Iron Maiden documentary that came out.
Oh, you did? Burning Ambition?
Thursday. Yeah, I went to the theaters. Yeah, Burning Ambition. Didn't really learn anything new, but it's just the dedication to their fans is really great, and I love that they're not going to the induction because of a show, because that's more important to them, even though they play the same set every night and all these things. But
sure,
they just got to reach those people. It's really awesome.
Do you know where they're playing that night?
I'm not sure. Yeah, they're doing a U.S. tour in the fall, so I imagine it's kind of that. But they mentioned Steve Harris mentioned Nico left the band, so they have a new drummer. I imagine he said they're gonna tour until they die, basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Bruce leaves again. Like, I don't know how they'll continue or something, but it's going to be interesting to see. I wonder if the Ramones would have done the same.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of in a way they did, sort of. I mean, they went through a couple different members, but then after Ramones actually broke up, then certain people went off and they played Ramones songs with other bands. And it's, the same thing I've said before. It's just like, how much of a Nazi do you want to be about it? Like, do I want to go see Richie and see an amazing show? Like, I'd rather do that than bitch about the fact it's not Ramones,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if Joey was alive, man, it's all it took was Joey, probably.
Yeah.
If everybody else was dead but Joey was still alive, they would be like playing arenas and shit. Like, they'd be
probably
pretty
right
big at this point.
You're probably right. I don't know.
He's the voice,
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting how, like, we've talked about this a little bit before, but just like how expendable musicians are in a band, and it's like,
but the singer, I kind of identifies it even if it's not the main songwriter or something.
Right, but like we talked about My Dying Bride and Aaron Stainthorpe. It's like, okay, so now there's My Dying Bride without Aaron. It's still called My Dying Bride, but you and I are kind of like, fuck that. That's not My Dying Bride.
Well, we haven't heard it yet. Maybe the guy does a good job, but we haven't really heard anything.
But is it? But the inverse. Like, what if Aaron Stainthorpe went off and got an entirely different band called My Dying Bride? Like, I think that would be more acceptable.
Probably, I'd be more excited about that. Even though, he probably writes the lyrics, but I don't doubt he's writing the music,
I doubt it. Yeah. I don't know. So we have some homework though to find out, like, how do people get, I keep on wanting to say induced, but that's more of like a pregnancy thing.
What the process is for induction. I just believe it's like a secret kind of shit. They vote and they announce it. I don't know if there's more to it than that. I mean, I'd be curious about how to become a voter. I'd be curious about that.
Yeah. Can we go to an induction ceremony, or is it open to the public?
I think they sell tickets for that. I mean, it looks like the ground floor is probably, people of relation to whoever's being inducted, but I'm sure you could sit. It's like in a big amphitheater.
Yeah. Because like the Grammys is invite only. So like you can't just go.
Oh yeah.
So I was wondering
if it's like that. Yeah. Yeah. Not sure.
I don't know, man.
Cool.
That was great. That was really interesting. I haven't thought about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that much.
Thanks for playing that clip, because that's a memorable thing. I'd maybe seen Dee Dee say that before, but it's nice to see them all speak up there and being well dressed and stuff too.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool moment too, and I feel like it kind of just wrapped up Ramones in a way. I wish that Joey was there, but it was cool to see Tommy up there, and in the audience you could see CJ, and it looked like Seymour Stein was there too, and like
nice.
Danny Fields and Monty Melnick and all the people that they've had around them. I think Arturo Vega might have been gone by then, but. Yeah. All of their family and all that stuff. It's a cool moment for a Ramones geek like me.
I think that's the thing here, is that as much as we complain about how stupid this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is, when a band gets in, they're very, very honored by it.
Well,
and it does seem to be elevated to a point where that's an honor to get in.
I mean, I think
that's interesting.
It's kind of like what I was saying about like the Richie Ramone experience. You can be like, oh, what the fuck is this? It's meaningless. Or you can just appreciate it for what it is and maybe not take it too seriously, like Dee Dee.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with the Grammys. It's like I've cried a couple times at the Grammys because it's so emotional. People like work their entire lives and then their peers vote them to have like the best record of the year. It's super emotional.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's what you make of it. Just like so many things in life.
There's some bands that aren't in. I'm just researched this a little bit. I just Googled it. This is what we fucking call research.
You're doing your own research. Yeah.
2 seconds of Googling. I did my own research. Is what I came up with. 2 seconds of Googling led me to some musicians that are not elected. I mentioned Missy Elliott and not Old Dirty Bastard, but fucking Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang, yeah.
But why isn't Eminem in there? Why isn't NWA in there? Why isn't Jay-Z in there? These are things that they get in after these other bands that are maybe not as worthy. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how it works.
You'd think NWA would be in there.
Yeah, no kidding. Madonna's not in.
Madonna?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a no-brainer, I would think. But like, I would also not necessarily consider her rock and roll, but I would say she's more rock and roll than Sade.
Some of those, yeah. Bad Company with Paul Rogers. Blue Oyster Cult, Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
Not in.
Traveler's Rest? Look it up. See if they're in there.
This last year they were voted for. What category would that be? Oh, there's a new Dungeon Synth category.
Well, I mean, you laugh, but you never know.
It might be.
You never know.
There was a viral Dungeon Synth video. Did you see this, dude?
No. What?
It's some young influencer. She discovered Dungeon Synth. She made a video. These are the top releases you should listen to. She had, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of followers. She made a Dungeon Synth video.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, I forget who she highlighted. It wasn't me, obviously, but that's fine. But there were some bands that she highlighted because she had just discovered the scene.
Wow. That's all it takes is like one influencer to be like, here's my top Dungeon Synth or my top porn grind bands.
Some Kardashian talks about the porn grind scene.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all it would take, dude. All of a sudden.
All it would take, and all of a sudden you'd see like guttle acts everywhere. Yeah, that's interesting. Or like, I mean, Kim Kardashian wore that Eaten Back to Life shirt once, and it was like all over the place.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen some of them wear Slayer or Exodus shirts or something like that, but
yeah, I feel like Slayer Exodus is one thing, but seeing like a Cannibal shirt, that seems But apparently, like, she used to date Travis Barker from Blink-182, and he's a Cannibal guy. Okay. So, I mean, maybe
there you go.
Maybe
there's some connection. Yeah, she raided his closet or something.
Yeah, name 3 songs is such a weird concept. I don't know.
Sarah's never raided my clothing T-shirt drawer for a metal shirt. I should have her do that just to help spread the word a little bit.
You should. Or just like lay them out on her bed like I do. Just like, here's your...
You said
your
Ellery does, though. Yeah. So
yeah.
You've had some experience with this. Yeah.
Well,
that's kind of cool.
If I have a shirt that gets kind of fucked up or it's too small, I usually give it to Ellery because she'll wear stuff that she doesn't know about. But Erin wears band shirts, but it's always a band that... It might be like metal, it might be my thing, but she'll only wear it if it's something that she knows and likes.
She's a fan of, yeah.
Yeah, so she wears... Cynic, Paul Masvidal, Thief. There's one other, Anephrines, things like that. Like she'll do that, but she won't just grab my Von Deur shirt or something.
No, exactly.
Or Carnage. Yeah.
Weird Al is not in the rock. I mean, that's a fucking travesty.
Oh man, that's disappointing.
Dolly Parton is though. I mean, what are we doing here?
Wow.
No offense to Dolly, she's amazing, but
no Weird Al? Maybe because it's... Well, I feel like he's just misjudged all the time because of the parody work, but...
Yeah, a lot of people don't respect him for that, I guess. No Ted Nugent, no Kansas, no Foreigner, no Thin Lizzy.
That seems crazy.
These are fucking rock and roll bands, But Run DMC's in.
Run DMC. Okay.
Yep.
So that's, I mean, that illustrates how crazy it is. No Thin Lizzy, but there is a Run DMC.
There's some, based on my research here,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's some indication that Rolling Stone magazine is in charge of.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that could maybe lead to why some of this is happening. If they have the ultimate vote, perhaps.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know much about this type of stuff, but that seems like that could be shady because Rolling
totally.
Stone would have advertisers.
That's right. Yep. And the people they know would bring popularity to the, people are talking about this because of Run DMC's in there and Wu-Tang Clan. Maybe they're doing it on purpose to kind of keep it in the, the zeitgeist or whatever.
I imagine Aerosmith's in there.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Huh. How strange.
I think Soundgarden got in last year, so
really?
Maybe they're heavy.
I would think Nirvana's in there.
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah, that's it. You have to just die, But death should be in there if you die. If you die early, death should be in there. That's the only way to get in. Yeah, I was thinking about Death today because they're easy. They're an easy band to say they're one of your favorites, one of my favorite bands, because they never had a chance to ruin themselves,
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself.
You know, Iron Maiden, obviously, when you're talking about Iron Maiden, you're thinking about the earlier albums mostly.
Right. Yeah.
No offense to these later ones. Some good tracks here and there. But if the whole band had disbanded after Seventh Son, they'd be the fucking biggest thing ever,
Right. Well, that's so interesting to think about it in that way. Like Death never had a chance to fuck up.
Nope. And no doubt he would have. No doubt he would have changed genres. He was kind of heading that way anyway.
He was definitely heading that way. He would have been like the next Dragon Force or Hammerfall or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, literally, he could have been.
Yeah. He would have been copying those guys, and I don't know. It wouldn't have landed anywhere. It would have been popular amongst a crowd of people, no doubt. But
just because of who he was,
he'd be fucking pissed off that nobody would really want to hear it because they want to hear scream bloody gore and human again.
Well, I mean, I thought, I thought about that with Nirvana before too. I'm much more of a Nevermind guy. I like In Utero, all right, but I like Nevermind much better. But kind of the same deal. Like, what if they're still around today?
Maybe they would have been like Foo Fighters or something.
Or it's impossible to say, obviously. Yeah.
Or if Jim Morrison and the Doors,
right.
if you survive, would he be doing Riders on the Storm in Vegas, like at the Sphere or something at this point? Probably.
Is that that sounds super lame, but is that cool? I don't know. I think it might be kind of cool.
No Doubt played a show there the other day. I saw footage of this and made me wonder who was going to that. I mean, No Doubt was popular, but so it's just people that are nostalgic for the 90s.
Just nostalgia. Yeah. I think it's people with expendable income that are just hanging out, having beers, and dude, No Doubt. Right.
No Doubt's playing at the Sphere.
We used to crush cans listening to No Doubt in my dorm room.
It just blows my mind, man. I understand Fish playing 6 shows in a row or some shit because they have a following like that, but I don't get the No Doubt thing.
I mean, I think it is just strictly nostalgia. It
has to be, yeah. It's people our age that are or a little younger maybe, that are just in love with thinking about what it was like in the 90s before they had kids and responsibilities.
Yeah, when they were the track star and their wife was the cheerleader, and their truck started every morning, and all that stuff. But
before climate change and rules where you couldn't say things about certain people.
That's exactly it. Yes. And you knew when a man was a man and when a woman was a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
And you didn't have to look over your shoulder in the bathroom. All that stuff. But there are those big tours right now, like Billy Idol and somebody else, and they're playing the
Pat Benatar or something. Yeah.
And I think I'm not going to go, but
no,
I have a hard time saying that I think it's a bad idea.
I don't know. As an artist, if I was men at work and you were around people that only trivially knew your band and wanted to hear Down Under, I'd be fucking pissed off.
Annoying.
Because, dude, they have a great catalog, and they would go out there, and the whole time people would be waiting for Down Under to play. Down Under.
I know.
When's Down Under going?
I know.
It's that would be hard, but at the same time, it's a gift that you had a hit like that. It's something that's so special.
when you still get to perform for people and you're an artist.
Yeah. I saw
don't know.
Steve Miller, and it was like that. It was like, everybody wants to hear Jet Airliner and the Joker and these hits, but he has 40 years of music since then. That's all blues based. It's all like this blues rock or something. That people are bored out of their fucking minds when he was playing that. You can tell he's a little annoyed by that. He's like, damn it, I got to do this again.
People are talking and drinking. They go to the bathroom. They go to the bar. And then it's like, oh, fuck
Jokes, play the Joker, bro.
Yeah, Space Cowboy. Got to run to the front of the stage.
He hasn't been the Space Cowboy since 1972.
Yeah, grab the kids. We got to go up front. Well, not to talk about Ramones all the time, but like the Rich Ramone show too. Like he does have some originals that are like somewhat recent, and they're fine, but nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody knows them.
And he wrote some great Ramones songs too. So like it's not like he didn't write anything good. It's just people don't want to hear the stuff that he wrote.
You really got to think about your set list, right? You kind of got to start with like a couple of oldies, get people going, and then you spice in the new shit in the middle, just in the lull when people wanted to take a piss or something.
Yeah, and I mean his set was 85 to 90% Ramones, and then maybe even more actually. But then a few of his originals in there, but they're so Ramones like that I would imagine. Like I'm like, that's not Ramones, but I imagine a lot of people were just like,
this may be one of their songs.
It's another punk song. Like, grab the kids, run to the front.
Grab the kids. Well, even as Agalloch, you guys got to think about that. A lot of people do want to hear the Mantle and stuff, and of course, you guys are going to play those songs, but you have a lot of other songs. That you play,
I mean, Falling Snow is the one. That's the one. It's like, I feel like we have to play that every time.
What if you didn't play it? Yeah, what would happen?
I mean, nothing would happen. It's not like we'd be shot or something, but I mean, I don't know.
Fucking like Dimebag, dude.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't try it out. I mean, there has been shows where we haven't played it, but it's a fan favorite, and it makes people
people
stoked,
notice.
And,
they're waiting for that one.
Yeah, that one, and there's a couple others, but mostly Falling Snow is like the big one, which is funny. It's just like. It's funny, like what rises to the top,
Yeah, it's not intentional in any way, and the masses decide these things.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fine song, but I don't think it's one of our best.
That's what our friend in Genghis Khan was talking about. Oh, Jesus, Hamilton. Yeah. He said like the whole band. He didn't think that first song that should have been the single was necessarily the single, but everybody else was like, "This is it." So you kind of got to trust it almost.
Yeah.
I guess this is our single. I'm not sure. Yeah.
But you have such an intimate relationship with that stuff. It's hard to remove yourself from there and then be like, oh, this is what people should hear first.
Yeah. I don't think the Beatles even knew, this is a hit over this hit. This is just like, it's all music to them. It's like, oh, okay, somebody else has to decide that, the label or whatever it is.
Well, I think that's why Rick Rubin is so fascinating, because he's not a musician. He doesn't know anything about production, but he just sits there as a producer, and he is like, you should try it this way. And he has a really good ear for that stuff, and a good knowledge for like what people want. And I don't know if he like actually like says like there should be a single or whatever, but I've seen footage of him like with Chili Peppers and other bands where he's like, no, like try it like this. And it's so fascinating, because
totally is. It's like a formula almost. Like he knows what it takes. He knows
the formula sort of in a way. Yeah.
Like in a mathematical way almost. I'm sure for him he would describe it as a feeling or something, but
yeah. But like he can't say like, oh, modulate to a G, but he'll just like try something like up higher.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, just move your finger one fret there and try it there or something.
And then like
he'd probably do that.
Maybe try repeating this part, or like, no, that lyric isn't good enough. And it's interesting.
He'll be remembered for a lot of good things, but he also helped Metallica and didn't fucking help them at all. So
I know.
He doesn't always hit gold.
No, God. Was that Load?
Death Magnetic, I think it was.
Death Magnetic? Was it?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah.
I have to admit, I had hope for that record. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Well,
like why?
Rick Rubin's involved. They're going to be. They're back to their roots. That's going to be heavy again.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I just fell for the hype that it was going to be heavy again, and they're going back to their roots. But like even like, what does that look like? They're gonna do And Justice for All again. They're not gonna do.
And
that.
if they did it almost note for note and Justice for All, I think we'd still be annoyed by it a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'd be like, dude,
it wouldn't
this
be
is just like you're
reinventing
the
you guys
wheel
are rehashing
again.
old shit.
You can't win. It's like, how do you follow up? Fucking Arise. How do you follow up?
Yep.
Clandestine, Left Hand Path.
I imagine looking at a Metallica set list would be interesting. I doubt many new songs are even on there anymore. You know, they've tried to play them over the years, I think, but there's probably one or two. But
yeah, I mean,
most of it is old shit.
I will give them credit. A couple years ago, I went down a rabbit hole watching a lot of Metallica live videos and like recent stuff, and they're still fucking killing it.
Oh yeah, they got great energy, and
they're just smoking it every night.
Yeah. Okay, this is May 9th of 2026 in Olympia. I got Creeping Death, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Moth into Flame, that's a newer one.
Yeah.
King Nothing, I think is from the 90s, maybe.
Yeah.
Lux Eterna is a new one. Unforgiven, and then they play Fuel.
Oh, Fuel? Really?
I fucking hate that song so much.
Give me fuel, give me fire.
Yeah. Fade to Black, Wherever I May Roam, Nothing Else Matters, Sad But True, One, Seek and Destroy, Master Puppets, Enter Sandman.
Wow.
That's their set. Yeah. I mean, they at the beginning they put a couple new tracks.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good smattering of their career. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like they have a few ones that they have to play. Like one,
Seek and Destroy. They have to play. Enter Sandman. They have to play.
Master of Puppets.
Those get pretty old. Yeah.
Like how many times have they played Master of Puppets? You know,
Jesus. I mean,
thousands.
If they didn't, yeah. I mean, they have to. Yeah. Probably since that album came out, they've been playing that.
Well, not to talk about Ramones again, but like Blitzkrieg Bop, you know, that was off their first record, one of their first, they never really had a hit, but that was like one that they were known for. Yeah. And they played, I want to say 2,400-ish shows in their career.
Wow.
And they had to have played it every single fucking show. I can't imagine that they didn't play it, you know, at every single one of their shows.
I imagine that point, maybe some of your songs are like this, but the muscle memory is so deep that you're like your mind is somewhere else almost. It's like I'm kind of thinking about other things right now. My fingers are moving, but
it does happen. There's a sweet spot. Like you want to get to there a little bit where you're not like really thinking about what you're doing, but you don't want to get there so far that you're not living in the moment. And there's definitely been times where I'm playing like Falling Snow or I don't know, I can't think of another example, but like Falling Snow is a great example where it's just it just kind of like I've been like, oh man, like when I get back to the bus, I'm gonna make myself a sandwich. I'm gonna, but like I don't like to get there. You know, I really want to be in the moment, and I want to be in it and feeling the music. But sometimes it is hard when you've played it so many times. And I
think as a fan, you can tell sometimes when the band zones out. You know,
they check out a little bit.
They're going through the motions or whatever. You can kind of tell. It's like, you know, they're doing the same mannerisms at that moment that they did yesterday. At that moment,
dude,
they play
I know,
exactly the same song.
Yeah. But there is a nice happy medium where you can just kind of like get to a point where you're flying, you're not looking at your fingers, you're in the moment, and you're not really thinking about what you're doing, but you're still locked in.
That's what you want right there. That's the zone, man. That's what it's all about. And that's a beautiful fucking thing right there.
Well, that's the whole meditative state. You know, you get you get into that mindset where it's like you're just
your worries
in this natural
drift away,
flow.
You're just in it. Yeah. It's so great. That's so great.
It's perfect. I would say I'm pretty good about staying in those moments, but but like sometimes if it's like a really hard song, or if I'm having a hard time hearing, then it's kind of that takes me out of it.
Sure.
Or the inverse, if it's really easy or the crowd's not into it, it's like sometimes the crowd's like not giving me anything, and I'm like, man, I just want to go to sleep, and I just want to go home and see my kids or something. You know, that's hard.
It's especially when you're on the road. It's like you feed off the energy of the crowd, and hopefully it's there every night.
But that's
do you ever use in-ear monitors or anything?
I never do. John does. It helps with singing. You know,
I imagine. Yeah.
But you know, and that's just Agalock. I mean, we've only played like a few hundred shows total.
Yeah. And not on the road all the time and all these things.
Yeah. I mean, think about like Faith No More after The Real Thing, touring for 2.5 years straight. You know?
Jesus, man. I mean, Maiden talked about that in that documentary. It's just fucking, it's a train. It's a moving train that you cannot get off. It's a tour, album, tour, album. Just fucking 18 months here, 6 months at home on doing the album. It's fucking relentless.
I can't imagine. Yeah. Well, kind of what Hamilton was saying about Genghis Khan is like they toured so much that he just kind of hit a wall, and he's like, I have to change my relationship
How can you not,
with this.
dude? I mean, it'd be so hard to live like that.
Yeah. It'd be really
getting
cool.
a glimpse like you do, I think, is great. With balance almost. You get a little taste of it here and there. Well, it's fucking perfect.
I mean, it's kind of ideal. I do get a taste of it. It's like, it's not huge like that, but it's bigger than a lot of people.
Sure.
It'd be really interesting to get somebody on the pod from like a large band like Ministry or Nine Inch Nails or Killing Joke or
what's that
something like
like?
that.
Yeah.
Like get somebody that was like used to like arena touring and like doing these
well, let's
large
reach out to find
tours. Yeah. I mean,
find
that'd be
some
really
guy.
cool.
Well, you're talking about somebody that all they have to do is perform. Like the rest of the shit's kind of taken care of for them. That's kind of what
Yeah.
you're doing too. I don't know. We had
To a
Johnny
degree.
on who's on the road all the time, but he's probably also hauling a lot of his shit too. He's
Yeah.
probably doing a lot of hard work. And that's,
Probably. Agalloch
another
doesn't
level.
do hard work. You know, that's not really, it's not how
Well,
we
you know, you're
roll.
playing these one-offs that you're really well taken care of, so you
Yeah.
don't need to worry about it. It's awesome.
Typically, we're really well taken care of. Yes. That wasn't always the case, but yes.
Oh, you were being sarcastic. I was.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I know you're working hard, but you know, you're not hauling your shit like you are in a van, like back in the day or something. You know?
No. No, we're not. And so, yeah, like I get a little taste of that, but I can't imagine just like, but like you said, it's relentless. It's like a constant like machine that you're feeding. And
And when you're 20 years old, that's like the dream. That's all you want,
Yeah.
you know. But as we get older, that's a tough life.
yeah. And I wish that I had done something like that when I was younger. Like I wish that when Agalloch first started making records, we had a lineup to do that with, and then we just hit the road. Or I was in
You
like
feel like
some,
that's a regret of some sort, or
I wouldn't say regret, but
yeah.
you know, like, or when I was a teenager, just graduated high school, like hop in a van and be in a punk
Yeah.
band for a year or something. Like I
That
never,
would be fun. I don't know. I think the way Agalloch worked out was pretty cool. These kind of interdispersed tours made you guys even more underground and
For
made
sure.
you guys more cult and all these things, which I think lends itself to what you're doing now, which are these huge one-offs. You know,
Agreed.
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
for sure.
I don't know if it would have like look at Opeth or something. It's very different. You know, they toured a lot. You know, and
Totally.
not to compare you guys to Opeth, but you know, a dark
Yeah.
metal band that was popular or whatever, Catatonia or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I just got a message on the I Hate Music account right now. Hey, I low key like you, and I kind of messaging from an alternate account because I don't want my boyfriend to find out. LOL.
Get her on the pod, dude.
Can you add me on Snapchat, please?
Yes, add.
Yeah. So should we have her on for the next podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Tell us your story. Tell us about your boyfriend. What kind of music does he
Yeah.
like?
Tell us about your demo. Like, how's your demo coming?
All right, dude. We talked a lot. This is
Dude,
great.
I mean, that
great.
was an unexpected great. I didn't do much research on this one at all. I was just like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like rock and roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up riffing about all kinds of things.
That's when this works best. That's how it is.
I agree.
All right, man. Well, happy 121st episode. And
Yep. Thank you. You too.
Yeah. I will see you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
At earthandsound.org, you can find all the latest news and information about the I Hate Music podcast and Earth and Sound Productions. Find LPs, CDs, cassette tapes, shirts, and hoodies from bands such as Snares of Sixes, Missing Scenes, Self Spiller, and Plague Psalm. Please like, subscribe, rate, review, and comment on this podcast, as that helps us reach more listeners.
An Earth in Sound production.